Well, the deal is off. The one that we've been thinking is coming is actually not coming. Might be the other one, but I'm not even sure about that one at this point. We're 21 days into the transfer window and Kaizer Chiefs are yet to confirm their first signing. Even that first signing, a lot of you guys are complaining about, but we're just gonna put him on the side and talk about the two transfers that Kaizer Chiefs have failed to make and one more that they're actually trying to make happen, and the other one that Kaizer Chiefs look like they've just washed their hands because they see that it's mission impossible. Hello and welcome to Khosi Nation Fan TV. I am Pilo, I am your host, and this is where fans meet and talk about Kaizer Chiefs. Khosi Football Club. By the way, side note, if I'm wearing this shirt, just know that I've been too busy and I've run out of clothes because I don't like it too. I know. Anyways, so what am I talking about? Del Campo, the striker that was linked with joining Kaizer Chiefs, is not joining Kaizer Chiefs. And there's a lot with this story, right? Because there are talks that he had actually agreed personal terms with Kaizer Chiefs. So he was coming. It's not like Chiefs were not paying enough. No. They had agreed that they would pay him that amount of money to come to Kaizer Chiefs, signing fee and everything. But now, Itiski Times are reporting that actually Chiefs decided, hey, we are not going to get you, bro, because we are going to prioritize signing other people. And here's a kicker. It is said that it was the technical team's decision to not sign this player. Now, I am not questioning the technical team. They know better, obviously. But I have a feeling that this was not entirely their decision. I feel like this was a decision whereby you have one foreign spot open and you can't get both the striker and the winger, because at this point they are prioritizing getting Ulilepo, the Congolese guy that they want to sign, who is a winger. So if they had signed Del Campo, then they were not going to be able to get the winger. And at this point, they're looking at Utuba playing as a number 9, scoring a couple of goals, and they're like, okay, maybe there we can have a solution. And if the goals are spread around, Abumtu, they score when they play, Aboranga, maybe eventually they will get better at scoring. They just signed Morris, and the person who signed him at Sekukune United has been raving about him and talking about the fact that he can score goals as long as he focuses more on scoring because of all the attributes that he has. So there is that. I feel like this wasn't like, this is a bad player, so we're not gonna sign him. But I feel like it was, okay, we get him, but then we don't get a left winger. So I think it was that situation, because you must remember that Chiefs were also planning to sell Utitlokwe this January, but Utitlokwe then started playing well, and then they couldn't let go of him anymore because now he's a vital part of the team. And if you look elsewhere, every other person, the only other person they could look at who's a foreigner to free up a foreign spot would have been Ufia Krintwari, but they just signed him 6 months ago. And you also have our centre back Umikwel as well, so you can't let go of him either. So there was that situation. For me, I don't think this decision was just based on Del Campo is a bad player, because if the technical team had given a green light to a point whereby personal terms had been agreed, then I think it was just a matter of calculations. But anyways, speaking of calculations, Kaizer Chiefs are obviously calculating big on how much money they'll be making. And I wanna talk about this before I talk about the other signings or potential signings. Kaizer Mtaung Jr. is quoted saying that when he's being asked about Kaizer Chiefs taking games to Abo Moses Mabhida and all of those things, and I know people will take this personal, for people who live in Durban and are like, Velenin and Goli, you just love to have Chiefs to yourselves and then you don't go to the stadiums. But the decision by Kaizer Chiefs to take games to Polokwane, the decision by Kaizer Chiefs to take games to Polokwane, to Durban, is a commercial decision. It has nothing to do with football. They will tell you, and even now, when Kaizer Mtaung Jr. is asked, he says that there is a commercial arrangement with these cities, but it says, but also fan engagement, it's just there. But we know that they have deals with Abo Polokwane, we know that they have deals with Abo Durban municipality, so they're getting some money for that. But the thing is, you go there and then you lose. So footballing wise, what does that do for us? Because these players are going to play a home game on Sunday against, say, Marumo Gallants, and then travel back to Joburg on a Monday, and they are resting, recovering. Tuesday they are training, Wednesday they are training, Thursday they are training, Friday they are traveling, Saturday they are getting used to Durban, they are playing on Sunday, and then once again they have to come back to Joburg and go play another game in Polokwane. This up and down is not good for the players. You might be making money as a club because you are taking games everywhere in the country, but you are affecting the players negatively. Why can't we just focus on football for now? And when Chiefs is winning and is confident and they have everything together, now you can focus on the commercial part, because Chiefs is big either way. And here's the thing that I know. When Chiefs started going to Polokwane, fans were excited and they were going there in numbers, and then they started losing games. People lost interest. In Durban, when we played Moses Mapira, the first game against Amazon, I was there, a lot of people. Then we played Arrows, or there was a game before that, cheaper, numbers started going down because we were losing at that point. Arrows, even fewer people. This weekend I was there, even fewer people. It just tells you that if the team is not doing well footballing wise, no one's gonna go to watch. So then this whole commercial exercise thing is not achieving anything. Can we just focus on football? Because what pisses me off is that there are these commercial arrangements that the club is making, but how are they benefiting the footballing side? We keep on hearing them saying they are working tirelessly night and day, day and night to bring on good signings, but it's the 21st of January and we have only signed one player, and now there are doubts over him. So what is the whole point of the commercial thing and engaging fans who are going to be disappointed at the end of the trip anyway? It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't. And I know there are some people from Durban who are just gonna say, oh, it's because you Joburg people don't attend games. But even in Durban, I was there. Durban is significant. That stadium is 54,000 in capacity. This one is 90,000 in capacity. So FNP, people look at FNP even when FNP has like 20,000 people a stadium, but they'll look at it and say it's empty. But 20,000 people, if you put them in Mapita, they all of a sudden they look like it's a sold out affair. Like the game against Amazon, it was a sold out affair because only like I think 36,000 tickets were made available, and it looked like it was just full to the brim. You take the same 36,000 people, you put them at FNP, then it looks like the stadium is empty. So it's not that people don't attend, it's just that there's a cap of how many people can go to games. And the moment Chiefs starts winning games, more people go to stadiums. Like I saw last year when Chiefs were not performing against Sundowns, it wasn't sold out. But this year, because Chiefs were playing well, the game was sold out. Look at how fast that the Soweto Derby got sold out, because it's after Chiefs had won and it was promising that, hey, Chiefs might actually beat Pirates. But if it was Chiefs are losing, it would take a while for the Soweto Derby to sell out. Anyways, let's talk about Asanele Velepai. So, Sekhukhune United apparently tried to get Velepai from Cape Town Spurs. What does this have to do with the Chiefs? Well, it has to do with the Chiefs because Velepai, Chiefs couldn't sign him and people were like, oh, this is because it's Chiefs. But actually, it is reported by, I think it's at Diski Times, they're saying that Sekhukhune United, not Sekhukhune United, Cape Town Spurs put a 10 million rand price on the kid. Like, imagine, he's playing in the second division, 3 goals in 11 matches. Yes, he's the captain of the team. But I feel like this kid who joined in 2020, I think that his contract is ending in the next 3-4 years, because how can you be so confident to ask for 10 million for a player who's playing in second division and the team that is playing for is 14th on the log? Like, they are that bad. They are almost getting relegated from the first division. I mean, the second division, right? So, yeah, it's the first division. This is the first division. They are the second division. So, they are like almost getting relegated to the APC Motsepe League, but they are asking for 10 million rands. The audacity. So this was not about Chiefs, and Chiefs are definitely not going to go back there, because rather than spend 10 million on that kid, just spend the money on a police, who it seems like it's also the same thing. But the other thing that I want us to talk about is the fact that Uduba has said something. If you don't believe that players know they are a problem. Even Duba himself, when he was asked by Lawrence, what do you think is the problem with Kaizer Chiefs? Duba responded, it's us players, because sometimes we lose focus in some games. And you see this happen. When they have to score, you can see that this guy, he just doesn't have any awareness of where he is. He's 1v1 with the keeper. He has all the space. He can place the ball better, but they panic because you are not focused enough. You are not aware of what's happening around you. You see sometimes players being surprised by the ball coming across them. I think we've seen this thing happen with Cross so many times. The ball is coming across, no pun intended, and then he's late to pounce on that ball. We've seen this happen. I think when Frosler hit the bar against Arrows, it was the same thing. He wasn't expecting the ball, the uprights rather. He wasn't expecting the ball to come to him, and then when it did eventually go, he was late. So Nabi is doing a great job at Chiefs, but the players, even the players themselves, they know that they are not doing that great, because he also said that when they are doing this tactical analysis thing with the video team or whatnot, they see the things that they could have done. We could have cut the ball back, we could have made things simpler, but the problem is they are not focused, they are not aware of what's happening around them, and some of these things cannot be taught because some players just do them naturally, which is why people have been saying we need better quality players. But what do you guys think? Do you think that it was a good decision to not sign a striker in favor of signing a winger? Do let me know down in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, remember, Khosi, I'll pay you more.